It's completely frustrating because when you try to use your new language, for example, try to speak, you feel that pressure behind your back because you're carrying that heavy weight for all those cultures or opinions about the people who say, hey, if you want to do something, you need to be perfect. But perfect guy sometimes stuck your target language. When you try to speak your target language, if you want to be perfect, believe me, never ever you are able to be perfect in a target language because it's not your mother language. You need to understand that. However, in this video, I'm going to give you my experience, 3 points, to support me in overcome that pressure. I don't need to be perfect for use this language because English is not my mother language. My mother language is Spanish. But I want to be honest with you because this is very important. I am not a polyglot guy. I am a uncommon guy like you who tried to learn this language, English, because during my life, English it was the most difficult language for me. But nowadays, in my 31 years, I can use this language. Before, I wasn't able to use this language, but I understand something. When you stop those opinions for people, professor, English teachers, for example, who they pressure in you need to be perfect in pronunciation, in vocabulary, for example, they have a good intention for you, but inside yourself you feel sad because you follow that way. You don't enjoy your target language. But I understand something. When you enjoy, when you love your target language, everything is easy. Your target language is more easy to get. Look at me. I can speak English. Not perfectly, I know, but I can communicate with you in this moment, in this video. Okay, let's go to share with you my 3 experience about don't need to be perfect when you speak your target language. My first experience is focus in communication, not in grammar. Because, for example, guys, always when I have the opportunity to use this language, I try to translate between English and Spanish, yes, or Spanish to English. But I am not fluent to communicate something because always I put myself that pressure to relate the grammar between Spanish, between English. Yes, try to find grammar, trying to find vocabulary, and stock my English. Yes, and however, when I communicate or when I use this language, I wasn't able to speak. Yes, because guys, always when you have grammar books, for example, or those English class, where they teach you these kinds of words. Hello, my name is Luis. How are you? Nice to meet you. But in the real context, it's completely different. Yes, it's normal use hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. But not always the people start and communication with those kinds of phrases. Yes, you need to be natural. Imagine that, for example, in Spanish, when you know someone, you are more for your friend, for example, maybe I'm going to create you content. When you have a friends, you don't say hello, how are you? No, in Spanish you say ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo estás, güey? Yes, in English is hey, what's going on? Or I don't know. In my case, always I use how are your day? How was your weekend? How are you? Of course. Hey, good to see you. Those kinds of phrases, yes, but not always is hello, how are you? Because it's monotonous sometimes. But well, guys, you need to communicate. You try to feel comfortable when you use your target language. Because believe me, you have your knowledge in that language. You are able to understand me is because you have knowledge, enrich knowledge in English. Yes, because maybe English is your target language and you want to speak or use this language. Yes, okay, guys, believe in yourself, believe in all those older words, new words, and trying to be more active in your language, in your English. Believe in yourself. Don't trying to be perfect like grammar books. No, communicate. Try to communicate. Try to use your knowledge in English. When I understand that, guys, I am able to speak this language. Not perfectly, of course. I make mistakes, but those mistakes they don't stop me in speak because I understand when you try to be perfect, you carrying in your back a heavy weight, maybe negative opinions for other people who they pressure in be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. Okay, you don't need to wait the perfect time, the perfect day, the perfect moment. Because when you wait those perfect scenario never appear. You need to push yourself. Use your target language. My second experience is embrace mistake. Yes, because embrace mistake, learn opportunities. For example, guys, in communication, when you use your language and you have a partner who support you in use of this language, sometimes they correct you in pronunciation, maybe in certain phrases, maybe they don't understand you and they ask again. You don't take it personally because when you take it personally, affect yourself. Yes, affect your confidence. You need to understand those partners who they open their time in talk with you, they like you learn this language. Maybe they have more experience in English. Maybe they have a cure level in English. Allow them encourage you. Always in my beginners meetings online, people correct me. Hey Luis, you need to change this word because the pronunciation is no good. And always I say, oh, thank you. I appreciate you support me because it's interesting, but when you have those kinds of scenario, it's more easy for you in your journey in learning language, yes, or your target language. It's a big step for you. Don't take it personally. Take it like advantage. It's most important for you. You need to open mind, or you need to be open mind. Embrace your mistake because they learning in opportunities about your target language, about English. My last experience is set realistic goals. Always, guys, I'm going to repeat this point because nowadays in social media it's common to find videos on YouTube where influencers say, hey, you are able to speak your target language in 3 months, 6 months. And those kinds of videos sometimes put in yourself that pressure. Yes, because when arrive that time, that limit time, and you are not able to speak your target language, you feel sad, completely sad, because appear negative thought. You're complaining yourself because maybe you are not a smart person, you are not intelligent, you are stupid in learning language. However, guys, you need to change. You need to set realistic goals. It's my experience, guys. I started to learn this language seriously when I was 28 years old. Yes, I was able to speak this language fluently, maybe, because fluently for me is communicate, not perfectly, but I can communicate. In my 30 years old, I was able. Yeah, guys. Yeah, about myself. I don't know about you because my context is completely different. I am father. I have responsibility, but maybe you are a single person. Maybe you live with your parents. I don't know, guys. Maybe you don't have a lot of responsibilities. You have more free time. Maybe you are able to speak English more quickly than me. Yes, this is not competition. This is comfortable scenario for you. Set realistic goals in your target language in English. Set it. For example, in my case, guys, every single month I'm trying to recording videos about explain in 1 minute, but in the process I grow up in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and well, nowadays I can speak for longer time, 1 hour, 2 hours, when I have that opportunity, of course, because in my country nobody speak English. I need to find people who speak English. Well, when I have that opportunity, I open my mouth. But well, guys, this is my message about this video. I hope makes sense in yourself. I hope you are able to overcome that scenario. You don't need to be perfect in speak. You try to communicate your opinions. You try to communicate your ideas. You try to communicate your emotions. Don't be perfect because be perfect affect your journey in English or in your target language. In my last video, I made an interesting video related to Halloween. Yes, in that video I speak about make mistake. You need to understand that make mistake is normal in your process in learning language. In this video, I share with you interesting point to support you in overcome that fear to make mistake. This video, guys. Thank you for listening.